Okay, take 3. Y'all do not realize how hard it's been to get this video made. Whew. Anyways, let's start. Alright, been busy, been planting everything, getting everything planted, getting everything ready. Potatoes, onions, strawberries. Rabbit update. Checkers, doing great, love her to death. Bread. Rachel, love her. Don't know if I'm going to keep her because I have the 2 sisters. And I have so many growing up. But right now she's bred and I have her, so she'll be around for a while. Little babies, doing good. Here's Miracle, growing like a weed. Here's little Hoss, gonna be a sweet boy. 2 mini Rexes I'm keeping, and that one over there I'm just keeping for a friend. Everybody doing good here. Litter of 7. This has been the first litter that I've had some. That one's okay. This one's not. See the line difference? How they have a lighter line and a darker line? They're not supposed to have that. A lot of them will grow out of it, but it don't matter. They're not supposed to have it when they're young. And so a couple of them will go into the freezer out of this litter. They won't be sold. But they've been at that constantly. I did it like 30 minutes ago, and they're still at it. They just fight over it just to fight. Logan, get out of the garden, please. We got this doe that I'm going to cycle out after this litter. She had 4 babies. They're doing great. That's Belle in the back, one of my favorite little does. She's resting, recuperating, eating, sleeping, and she's 10 days bred. The 4 have 2 casters and 2 black. And it's really not fair on y'all because my first video was really sweet and slow, and I got interrupted. And the second video was a little less sweet and slow. I got interrupted again, and so now I'm just trying to get over with before somebody hollers at me. But Gusselina, eat, sleep, get fat, eating some milk, calf manor right now, and get her weight back. She's 10 days bred. This little girl here, she really didn't do bad. She has 6, but I was already planning on cycling her out. She's just not what I'm looking for. But she had 2 grays or blues, whatever you want to call them, 1 black, and 3 brokens. And what she is, she's half lion head, half mini Rex is what she is. She's been a really sweet doe, but just now this doe I'm cycling in. If she's a good mama, I love this doe. I love everything she is. Now if I can get 8 or 9 babies out of her, she'll have a home here. But she's beautiful. When I first started rabbits, I could not stand black and whites. But as I get more reds, I love that black and white. Just bam, it just $1,000,000. Here's that little tri-female out of Lily. I had to put her. I sold that other one that was in here, that Netherland dwarf one. That Netherland dwarf one, and she wouldn't go with anybody else. So she's 13 weeks, and she thinks she's supposed to be all by herself. And so we have her by herself. Little Red, y'all know Little Red. Okay, here. Opal, she had 7. She had 4 reds, 2 torts, and 1, where is he at? Caster. 7 total. That's an okay litter. That's about the minimum of my life. 7's okay. 7's not in the doghouse. But what would make me even happier is to have another bigger litter where I could have fostered some to her to give her 8. This group of 5 is doing great. That baby ended up just being a orange. She's nothing special. But I was hoping she'd be like a different color. But they're doing great. Prettiest baby in this litter to me is this one right here. It's a little girl. Turn around and look at this little girl. This doe's already been sold. They're going to come pick her up after the litter's weaned. Look at that on her face. Isn't that cute? The reason I'm getting rid of this doe was just not attached to her. And she didn't throw big litters. And I can tell by her head that she has small rabbit in her. And so she may not ever throw big litters. But she's going to a sweet home. They're going to breed her to a lot buck to see what happens. But beautiful babies. They did great. She was a great mama. Okay, I already showed y'all her. That's that little one I'm keeping. Lily. I'm going to have babies tomorrow. fat and pregnant and miserable. Sorry, my finger keeps getting in the way. Gus may be leaving us actually tomorrow. I'm talking to a guy. He may be going to a house with just a couple rabbits to breed a couple of those. I just have too many of his daughters, and I want him to go to a good house before he gets too old. I can't waste space, cage space. So he may be leaving tomorrow. So everybody say goodbye to Gus. He's been a really good buck for me. A lot of babies. I'll have a lot to carry on his legacy because I have a lot of his does. Big Red's doing fine. These are the little reds I got left. 2 out of the first litter, the big litter, and 3 out of another litter, Zoe, the red Zoe's litter. 4 out of this litter. Hey guys, and this, I don't know what happened. I don't know if something bit her ear, but it's okay because she's the wrong color. But it wasn't a bad thing. But one of these big, healthy red bucks I'm going to be keeping. They are stinkers. I've been working with them. They think they're something. But I'm going to raise one of these bucks with Hoss. They'll be raised together. I guess I need to name one of these Little Joe, even though he's big. Lily's doing good. She's just eating calf manna, getting fat, happy. She's about 10 days bred, and just, I don't want her to have a care in the world, but just to get fat. I got a couple over here. Here's the other 2 due. Sarah, these are both due tomorrow. And Flag, she's huge, big. She's so miserable. I've just left her alone. You can tell how big she is. I'm not even bothering her. And Sarah, she's not done good for me. She'll be leaving. And now, it's not that I don't want it to sound like I'm just, I'm getting rid of that. I was already planning on getting rid of these rabbits after the Easter run. And so that's why I'm not just out of the blue. And I haven't mentioned it before. I have to myself. I'm just some of these does I just had strictly for the Easter run. And like if she skips again, it's too late to bring her back for Easter, so I'll just move her out because I need this cage space for all those young ones that I'm keeping for the fall breeding season. And so, and you say why certain ones, they just don't, I don't get attached to them. Like this doe here, I've raised this one from a baby and gave it to somebody, got it back. And I just never really, she's a standoffish doe. She hasn't done good breeding. She hasn't done good having babies. And so I'm just, the next person might do great with her. I have another man, like the one I got Opal from. He couldn't get Opal to have babies, and when she did, they'd all die on them and everything. And I've loved her to death. She's been a great doe. It just depends on the rabbit and it depends on the person. But I still want you to think, oh, man, he's just getting mad at his rabbit. No, I'd already been planning on getting rid of the ones I'm getting rid of. But talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.